had some friends who were working on projects where what they would do is they would create dial-up internet lines. So they would set up a phone number that would give you dial-up internet access. So anyone in the world could call that number. If they had a modem hooked up, it would give them rudimentary internet accessing text files and, not media or anything like that. And I remember one of my friends being like, hey guys, I noticed something kind of interesting. Have you noticed that a lot of these Libyans that are posting about what's going on in Libya are speaking perfect North American English? Why? Why would Libyans speak with why would they be tweeting perfect North American English slang and otherwise?
It's AI in action. Those are bots built to.
No, at the time, it was largely believed to be sock puppet accounts operated by various contractors. And Barrett Brown, at the time, had done some research in something called Project PM, where he uncovered, I believe, I could be wrong about this, the Air Force had been, individuals at the Air Force, had been producing sock puppet accounts on social media that were then distributed to various private contractors for use, where the plan was one individual would operate 50 different Twitter accounts. And what they do is, if you post something on X where you're like, I don't think the U.S. should be involved in Libya, you instantly get slammed by 50 responses from various people saying, I don't know, I think you're wrong about this one. The Libyans need our help. They're suffering. And then you'd get responses from people being like, I'm a Libyan and Gaddafi is killing our people. Please, we beg of you. And that's when my friends who were activists were like, I noticed a lot of these prominent accounts are speaking perfect English. The response officially was, it's because the people who are Libyan, who are on Twitter, were educated in the West before going home. They went to school here, they have friends here, and when they went home, they're using Twitter because Twitter's not largely used in these other countries. Yeah, nobody bought it. The argument was, this is U.S. intelligence trying to convince the American people to support revolution and intervention in Libya, which they ultimately did.
And they did the exact same thing with the Ukraine war. I mean, anytime you posted anything about the Ukraine war, you instantly got these little character responses on Twitter with the Ukrainian flag in their bio. And it was, you just got swarmed by like a hornet's nest of people calling you Russian disinformation if you said the wrong thing, or a Putin puppet. Like they don't only use like people to do these, they use bots. They built bots to build the narrative.
I just don't understand how bad they are at this. Part of me thinks like, are we in the PSYOP right now? Is everything we're talking about the actual PSYOP? Because how could they be so bad at this? You have a global operation with billions of dollars and you screwed it up this bad? I don't know. It seems hard to believe, but I guess, it happens.
I'm reading an OIG report on USAID's involvement in the Arab Spring.
Oh, yeah?
It's very interesting. Lots of things. It's pretty dense. I'll send it to you. I don't know how to interpret it.
How do I find it? What is it?
It is, let's see, hold on. How did I find it? It's the Office of Inspector General, because all of USAID's websites are shut down. So it's the Survey of USAID's Arab Spring Challenges in Egypt, Tunisia, Libya, and Yemen.
I think Elon needs to publish everything that was on USAID's Twitter and archive it and make it public for research purposes.
I agree.
I mean, that was a treasure trove of evidence, and that needs to be made public for the American people to have access to.
Interesting. Here you go, from USAID.gov, Office of the Inspector General. Survey of USAID's Arab Spring Challenges in Egypt, Tunisia, Libya, and Yemen.
So they were there. That's the answer.
They're everywhere. They're always there.
Yep.
Yeah. But this is an instance, I was just reading kind of just my skimming off the top. This is an instance where the State Department and USAID were not on the same page, according to this report. Which probably happens more often than not.
I mean, look at Venezuela in 2019 when the aid trucks were caught on the bridge and then they burnt the aid trucks down and they were filled with automatic weapons. I don't think that's aid.
No, and you can they even
the State Department
portray this in movies with the USAID trucks that are just full of weapons. I mean, it's a money laundering and weapons laundering mechanism under the guise of aid. It's a perfect cover, or it used to be.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Culture War podcast. We're live every Friday, 10 a.m. to noon, so subscribe and come hang out.